Welcome to the Inter-American region, a place of friendly people and beautiful landscapes. With many languages, cultures, and isolated islands, sharing the Adventist message here can be a challenge. But God is working miraculously to reach the hearts of these people. Lying in the southeast Caribbean Sea is the island of Trinidad. In a land full of breathtaking beaches and lush green mountains, you'll find rich cultures and a variety of people. There are some 66,000 Seventh-day Adventists out of Trinidad and Tobago's 1.5 million people. Along with 160 organized churches, Adventists operate a university in a community that has members from all major world religions, making this place a perfect opportunity for cultural and religious exchange. Only 1 out of every 3 students at the University of the Southern Caribbean is Adventist. The diversity on campus shows the level of respect people from other religions and worldviews have for this university. Currently, the university lacks a church for spiritual and community events. There are plans to construct a church on campus. The new sanctuary will hold 1,700 people and house a center of influence that aims to engage people in cross-cultural mission, evangelism, and urban ministry.
The church at USC is the catalyst for that transformation. It is a light to the campus, but also a light to the community. It is more than just a church. It is a community mission center where we meet the needs of the community by literacy classes, other welfare programs, healthy cooking classes, and many have come to know Jesus Christ because of these ministries.
From this center, local Adventists will survey the neighboring community and strive to meet the people's needs. When Jesus walked the earth, he mingled with people, showed sympathy toward their needs, and by serving, earned their confidence. Today, we are called to do the same throughout Inter-America and the world. Puerto Rico is known as the Pearl of the Caribbean Sea because of the water's beautiful color and abundant tropical nature. Despite its small size, almost 4 million people live here, of whom 33,000 are Adventists. Across the island, you will find more than 300 Seventh-day Adventist churches, where dedicated members work hard to share Jesus. Antillean University is the only Adventist university on the island. Students here represent 22 countries. But on this campus, there is no Adventist church building. There is great potential for church growth around this campus, and the faculty makes plans to construct a sanctuary for worship and mission activities. The new church is a necessity because it will serve as a spiritual foundation for both the students and the local community. Nearly half of the students here come from non-Adventist families. University leaders see a lot of potential for a center of influence operated from inside this church. Please pray for these universities in Puerto Rico and Trinidad and Tobago, as they each build God a house and grow His worldwide family of believers. There are many people on these islands in need of hope. The Southeast Hospital, located on the plains of Villahermosa, is one of 3 Adventist hospitals in Mexico. It sits in a prime location where Adventists have a chance to interact with the needy community. The people of this region suffer from health problems like diabetes, dengue fever, and obesity, and this hospital serves as a refuge for the sick and afflicted. Medical work began here in 1959 when missionaries set up a small clinic to provide basic health care to those in need. Doctors constantly volunteered time to serve the people. Materials such as syringes, needles, and medicine were donated by the city's pharmacies. As people began to rely on the Adventist missionaries' medical care, the clinic expanded to become one of the most reputable hospitals in the region, ministering to the needs of a surrounding population of more than 2 million people. The Southeast Hospital operates with more than 30 beds and 200 employees, and has a laboratory, an emergency room, a blood bank, and an intensive care unit. On average, the hospital staff sees 11,000 people every year. Many who arrive here expect physical healing, but they receive much more as the staff takes this opportunity to share Jesus' love in action.
El propósito es saber en realidad cómo está la persona.
Our purpose is to evaluate each person, not only the physical and emotional aspects, but also spiritual. Many of our patients tell us, "Oh, I'm not so good, but thanks to God, I can still walk." Others do not mention God at all. This helps us see where people are and know how we can help them. When they leave here, they can bear in mind that God is with them, that they have hope, and that they come out relieved, not only physically, but also spiritually by God's word.
In Adventist hospitals around the world, spiritual care is an important component toward physical and mental recovery. At the age of 15, Michelle arrived at the hospital after hitting her head when she fell from a horse. It was a life-and-death situation. Dolly, her mother, prepared for the worst. Fortunately, Michelle received holistic care as the medical staff healed and comforted her.
People would come to me and say that God was with me and that they were praying for us. This is the first place I have seen this level of attention in dealing with people. Everyone is very kind. I realized here that the staff works for God and not for people. I had already heard that, but now I experienced it.
It was a tough time. For weeks, Michelle was hospitalized. So Pastor Eric, the hospital chaplain, would visit them to talk and pray. More than 500 people were touched by Michelle's situation, and they formed a prayer chain. As they prayed, little by little, Michelle's life was impacted by the prayers of the doctors and nurses. This closeness spoke deeply to Michelle's and Dolly's hearts. As a result, today they testify about the power of prayer.
I'd pray, "Lord, my trust is in you, and I am yours. We will overcome. This mountain will be moved, and there will be no permanent damage."
In an inexplicable way, Michelle's condition stabilized, and she finally recovered. In medical institutions like Southeast Hospital, people are reached with health, healing, and hope. Just as Jesus healed the whole person, today faithful medical missionaries do the same through dedicated, God-centered care. The Southeast Hospital needs to expand to make room for more patients and to offer more treatment options. There is also a desire to build an urban center of influence in Villahermosa. This center will offer a place for the entire community to receive medical care and health training. Please pray for the hospital, the staff, and future plans. They face many challenges while operating in this small, outdated space. And also remember to pray for the patients whose lives will be touched by the hospital staff. Thank you for your support of Adventist medical mission work.